I'm very happy to be here. I want to talk about this forum on rules-based international order. And in light of recent events, this conference is not only timely, but necessary.
Although the objective is one, the dream is one, and that is to make the underprivileged privileged.
And one of the key messages I've tried to stress is in this challenging time when the rules-based international order is actually under threat, Canada and the Philippines have worked together over the years to help build this order. Whether it's elaborating human rights instruments like the Convention on the Rights of the Child, protection of migrant workers, or the International Criminal Court, Canada worked very closely with the Philippines to build these institutions, and we want to reinforce how important those are.
The great equalizer, among nation states, because it gives every nation state, however modest they may be in size, the same voice and vote as the superpowers. So in fact, we can get protection from international law.
This forum, being the Institute of Human Rights contribution to International Women's Month, we chose topics that focus on the protection of women's rights under international law. Our main sessions are on migration, global health concerns, including reproductive health, international crimes, including trafficking of women and children.
The Philippines has been one of the few countries that have signed up on many conventions and agreements on a range of topics from women's rights, children's rights, environment. And I think the importance of these agreements is something that must be taken seriously.
Climate change is a global problem that can only be addressed through multilateral collaboration. And climate change is also increasing our challenge around things like migration, health challenges, and conflict. We're also very committed to supporting developing countries. We're implementing projects around the world, including in the Philippines.
It has to be a two-way thing of respecting, to make sure that everyone, wherever they may be, wherever under any other state's jurisdiction, should be enjoying the same equality of treatment and non-discrimination. And mutually respectful of the rights of the migrant workers in the Philippines and everybody's rights within the Philippines. So you cannot just isolate it and then we are happy with that. That cannot be.
My talk today will be focusing on indigenous peoples and migration. So I will look at the phenomenon of migration both voluntarily and involuntarily, because indigenous peoples also undergo forcible migration. And then I will talk about the standards that protect the rights of indigenous peoples who are migrants.
In the Philippines, compliance with international standards have really helped us craft laws, policies, and regulations in order to advance sexual and reproductive health and rights.
The epidemics are really now occurring in the world regularly. Filipinos are so mobile that we are now importing and exporting everything, including bacteria and viruses now.
A large number of those who are trafficked are women, and in the Philippines, 32% of which are children. 90% of these children that are trafficked are girls. And so it's still a pervasive problem in the Philippines. And as a response, we turn to international cooperation in order to solve the scourge of human trafficking, especially in children.
Especially issues pertaining to human rights and issues pertaining to problems faced by indigenous people. I see how they can, the implementation of these rules, the enforcement of these rules can also help us in coming up with solutions and coming up with possible opportunities to further improve the situation of the indigenous people and of the Philippine citizens.
The very presence of this rules-based international order works as a counterforce to the age-old neglect or ineffectiveness or delay in the delivery by the states of full development to their own people.